Well, hello again everybody and welcome back to the van, which is in total disarray. Just look at it in here. So that's no good, is it? We've got to get this shower tray job finished off so we can get the van back into a usable state. And of course, in the last video, we finished by getting hold of some more double-sided tape. And I'm going to begin by just putting some where the old tape was on that bit of expanded polystyrene. Right, now I need to go and get the new shower tray. Right, it's the moment of truth. Let's see if we can slot that new shower tray in there. Right, first thing of course is to take the tape off of the polystyrene thing. Make sure it's lined up as good as we can get it. It's got to go sort of up and under the edge of that toilet. Oh. Trapped the wire. That's better. Don't trap the wire. Look at that. Oh, lovely. Excellent, that seems nice and bedded in. It is much whiter than the previous one. I guess that just yellowed with age, perhaps. Or perhaps it is a slightly different colour. Anyway, I don't really mind it being nice bright white. Right, now I'm going to pop that waste grid back on, just so I know everything lines up there. Lovely. I'll pop this vent in loosely, just so that it's there when we go and tighten it up from the other side. Right, time to head back into the garage and put the heating duct and the duct cover back together. Oh, I am glad that bit's done. Right, next little job is to clip this vent cover on. Yeah, that was nice and easy. Right, the next thing should be to get this under sink, under basin unit mounted back on, because we're basically got to reverse the process. But before we do that, there's a little bit of mankiness here that I'm just going to clean up. Obviously where a little bit of water's got behind the basin. Well, there we go, that's the worst of that off, but you can see there's a little bit there where it started to go through the coating on the board. I can only assume that's sort of vibration while driving perhaps causing that. Anyhow, not much we can do about that at this stage. Let's get that unit back in. Now, of course, we've got those fixings in the sort of wardrobe behind, but it's going to be easier, I think, to get it fixed in here on this side, and then it'll hold itself up while we fix it from the other side. Right, now we can redo the fixings inside the wardrobe and get all that put back together. Now, possibly the next job is to take the broken remains of the waste off the basin so we can remount the basin. If you remember, that snapped off when we removed it. This is the sort of inside part of the waste, and that snapped off because this was totally seized up. Yeah, look how manky that is. So that's the next job, is to get that off there without damaging this grid. Now that is absolutely rock solid. I might see if I can order another one of these as well off eBay, just in case I can't get that off without destroying it. Actually, I've just checked, and the waste trap that I ordered yesterday to replace the broken one does come with a new grid and plug, so we'll wait and see if that fits before we get carried away ordering anything else. Right, let's get that basin mounted. Right, I'm thinking when that waste arrives, I should be able to fit it without taking the basin off again, fingers crossed. So I am going to reconnect the plumbing and the electrics. So let's do the pipe work first. Right. Wiring to the micro switch now. Can anyone remember what connected to where? Good job I took that photo, I guess, isn't it? Now I have just checked that very briefly by turning the pump on and then just quickly opening the tap and closing it again. The pump did fire, so that does seem to be connected okay. Right, I'm going to put the shelf and the door back on just to keep them safe, so they're sort of where they belong. Might have to take them out again, obviously, to fit that waste trap when it comes. Right, I do believe now we can go ahead and put some of these panels back. I'm going to put the one that doesn't have the shower attachment on it first, but I want to clean it up a little bit here. I'm going to get the remains of this old adhesive strip off so that the new stuff can stick properly. Now, of course, before we put that panel on, we do have to screw the shower tray in. Right, I think the easiest way to do that is just to measure where the holes are on the old shower tray, because the new one is not already drilled. Now I think we can get the panel positioned. So I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to fix it with these top screws first. Then I can hopefully get my hand inside to peel off the backing on that double-sided tape, and then get it nice and lined up. Press it in on the tape, and then fix it in with the screws. That's that side done. I guess you could describe that as the easy side. Got to do the shower side now. Well, before I go any further with this side, I do have to measure out and drill and fix the shower tray as I did on the other side. So that's now the shower tray fully fixed down. The next thing we've got to do, I think, is to fit the panel on this side that has the shower fittings on. So I'll get the panel in, and we'll do the water and electrical connections. I again, I've just turned the 12 volt on and the pump briefly, so let's just check that operates. Perfect. I'm putting some water into the motorhome tank because with those shower connections being behind that panel and totally out of view and quite difficult to get to, I really want to test that they don't leak under pressure, because last thing I want is to put all this back together again and have created a leak behind that panel, which is making the inside of the motorhome damp that I'm not going to be able to see or notice until quite a lot of damage has been done. So although this is time consuming and a bit annoying, I think it's worth doing just to make sure that I haven't disturbed anything that's going to leak. All right, that should be plenty of water to test. I didn't realise it was going in that quickly. Well, normally, of course, it'd be nice to test this into the basin, but of course the basin waste isn't connected. So I'm just going to put the shower head on the floor here and hopefully stand in the dry. And we'll just try a bit of air in the system. Right, we've got water coming through. Not hot water yet. There'll be no hot water because hot water's not connected. Well, the hot water's connected but not on, but yeah. Definitely got cold coming through. Bit of air in the hot still. Right, I'm now pulling water through the hot and the cold. And round the back here, yeah, no sign of any leak, so I'm happy with that. Well, that's fantastic news. Right, now I'm going to put this panel back on again, and of course that's going to involve probably fitting the shower rail thing and the clip thing at the top to locate it all, and then we'll go ahead and add the screens. Right, well, in super professional YouTuber mode, I forgot to press record for that little section, but you can see it's all back together. The shower rail is on, the screens are on, and yeah, I think that's about as far as I can get today. The only thing really that remains to be done is the basin waste, and I've got to wait for that to be delivered. Hopefully that'll arrive during the week, and it shouldn't be too bad to pop that on. So there you go, the shower tray has been successfully changed. I've got quite a bit of clearing up to do, as you can see. I won't make you sit through that with me. So yeah, job done, and we'll see you again very soon in the next video, when hopefully I'll be able to pop that waste on, and the van will be back ready for its travels.